Hi, my name is Arushi Chuk, and today I would like to talk about manifestation. So, what is manifestation, right? Because today we hear a lot about manifestation on YouTube and other social media channels. We hear a lot about manifestation, and there are many manifestation coaches, right? So, the question is, what is manifestation and how does it work, right? So, the fundamental aspect about any manifestation process is that if your thought is created in your mind, in a very powerful way, you will see its impact in the external world. You will see that it has a direct impact on the reality in your external world, right? So, is it wishful thinking? No, it's not wishful thinking. It's not about simply daydreaming. That's not what manifestation is all about. In fact, manifestation is intense physical and mental action. Only a very powerful mind, a balanced mind, a stable mind, and a conscious mind, a one pointed mind, can create what it wants and visualize what it wants in mind before it happens in the outside world, right? You must have heard in Hindi there's something called Sankalp se Siddhi, right? We hear a lot that अगर आप कुछ ठान लो तो वो होके रहता है. What is behind this, right? Because if you have a very powerful mind and you are giving that goal your energy, your time, your intensity, your power, it has to show up. It will. There is no doubt about that, right? You will see those results happening in your external world in the form of reality outside. It has to happen. That human being who has mastered his or her own mind is unstoppable. Success will be a downhill run for anybody who has mastered his or her own mind. All right. So, what happens is, I would like to talk about also the quality of thought. If any thought is created in your mind in such a way that it is focused enough, sharp enough, balanced enough, right? If it has the necessary intensity, if it has the necessary stability, if it has the necessary reverberance, by reverberance I mean the vibration, the energy. That is why we say your vibe attracts your tribe. Why are we saying that? We are saying that because when you're vibrating at that level, when you're reverberating at that level in your own mind, you will attract those kind of situations, you will attract those kind of people, you will attract those kind of outcomes into your life. Absolutely. I've seen this. I've seen people who literally reached that stage of bankruptcy in their lives and they literally bounced back. So if you have a powerful mind, it will always protect you. Anyone who has a powerful mind, not by chance, there are various conscious processes through which you can actually create a very powerful mind, a very balanced mind, a very peaceful mind. If you have a mind like that, reality in the outside world is just going to be a downhill run, right? So I also call it, fire of focus. I am absolutely convinced about the fact that if you can create that thought in your mind, a very powerful thought, it will have a direct impact on your reality in the outside world. You can impact your finances, you can impact your health, your relationships, everything, right? I've seen so many people who literally reached that stage of bankruptcy in their lives and they bounced back. How did they do that? Because they became mentally tough in the process. I want to share something with you. I've seen people who go through maximum number of failures in their lives, they become stronger in the process. For any human being, if when things don't happen the way they wish and they have to face a lot of failures in the process, they generally turn out and they become very strong in the process, right? Very tough in the process, right? So if you have a focused mind, it will if you want to change anything in your external reality, the secret is to deep dive within yourself and reverberate at a higher level. You will automatically see those kind of results, those kind of outcomes in your outer world. Life is not easy for anybody. I've seen that. You may be the richest person on the planet. You may be the CEO of a top global MNC. All of us have our own struggles, right? All of us have our literally all kinds of struggles we go through in our lives, right? And I've always observed that a powerful mind, a balanced mind, a peaceful mind will always protect you. And any human being, him or her, if they know if they know the process, through which they can take charge of their mind, that person will go far in life. It doesn't matter whether it's a male or a female, it just doesn't matter. If you know the process through which you can create a very powerful mind, you will go far in your life. My best wishes. Stay tuned. Signing off, Arushi Chok.